It's no secret to anyone at this point that Tesla has been having some hard times. Their stock had like a big dip, and a big part of it was that they didn't really like make good on some of the claims that they had or the expected growth in terms of auto sales. Now that's a problem for the company. But now we have a problem for Elon Musk, obviously the head of Tesla, because there's a lawsuit that is accusing him of effectively insider trading with the secret information that he has about the status of Tesla. So there's a lawsuit was filed with a Delaware court late last week. A shareholder, Michael Perry, accused the CEO of deliberately unloading nearly 45 million shares in advance of poor vehicle sales data to prevent an estimated 55% hit in value. The sort of drop that happened to the stock after the data became public. So he also alleges that the entire board collectively violated their responsibility of directors towards shareholders. So that's a separate thing that might be a little bit more complex to adjudicate than if this was insider trading. So basically, Elon Musk disposed of $7.5 billion in Tesla stock in November and December of 2022 while he was in possession of adverse material non-public information, okay? And he's asking for that money, which now I guess is worth about $3 billion with how the stock has changed, to be returned to the company via disgorgement, and is seeking damages from the 8 directors of the board for their reckless disregard. Basically, there was an earnings call, and on that earnings call, Elon Musk said that Tesla had excellent demand for the fourth quarter at that point, and they expected to sell every car that we make as far forward into the future as we can see. It will be a record-breaking Q4. And that is not at all what happened. By January 3rd, so the next quarter, Tesla shares had slumped to a 2-year low. And what he's alleging is that Elon Musk, as the head of Tesla, he had that data. He lied on the earnings call to keep the stock price up because a bad earnings call can lead to an immediate dip. He did that. Then he dumped a bunch of shares so he could get as much money as possible. And I will never understand this, Was, and this is where I want to bring you in. The dude has hundreds of billions of dollars. What does he care if he loses 1.5 billion? You're gonna risk breaking the law it's just an allegation. But if it's true, the timeline looks damning. You can look into the data and the timeline here. It just seems so needless. But what do you think?
I think it's vanity and image based. He's gotten so used to having his like sycophantic, jockstrap sniffing fans, especially online, that any news that could be perceived as like not great for the company, he feels like will damage his rep with his worshipers. And that's the only thing that makes sense here, because like for the amount of money that we're talking, a 300 billionaire for 1.4, like it doesn't make any sense unless you understand that this guy is constantly in an image making endeavor for himself. And that's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Yeah, it has to be the image, because if he was so sensitive to losing money that he's willing to break the law to potentially not lose money, why would he still own Twitter? He's lost billions upon billions of dollars. He's set to lose billions more. But again, I think it's because of his cult, because of his image. He wants to maintain this idea that he's some sort of genius, and it could end up with him facing some major fines. We'll see, we'll be tracking it. He's wealthy, he's got a lot of lawyers, he'll probably end up being fine. But it certainly looks like there could be something in this case. Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.